I am such a long way from home. I'm not in my cabin in Alberta. I'm actually currently in Dawson City in the Yukon. This place is absolutely amazing, and I thought this would be the perfect spot for me to explain a video that I've been trying to do for a while. I've been doing a little bit of history and a little bit of looking into it before I make this video. I had a conversation a little while back with a comment, and they were talking about different things when it comes to hat etiquette. I don't care where you come from, hat etiquette I think is one of the most important things when wearing a cowboy hat, or wearing a hat in general. I think these things should be applied on a daily basis, and I think it should become normal again. So, regardless if you're in Texas, Arizona, Montana, Quebec, who knows, regardless of where you are, I think hat etiquette should be followed, even in the most rebellious places like Alberta. Even in the most rebellious places like Alberta, I think we should all be working hard on bringing forth that etiquette and bringing back some of the traditions that people have done for hundreds of years. Now, here's the tough part, and here's the thing that is frustrating about this, is that there's so many different opinions on what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and that's the sad reality, is that people have so many different opinions. For example, you go to Texas, there are things that are absolutely 100% you should never do. But the problem is, up in Alberta, that's not the case. And so what are things that you should be doing? Well, let me explain. There are two that I have noticed, regardless of where you go, whether it's Texas, whether it's Nevada, Arizona, California, Alberta, Yukon, wherever it is, these two I have noticed apply or are in every single version of hat etiquette. Well, bad news. The video that I was filming got corrupted. Back up your videos, people. I guess we'll just continue from here. So, the two types of hat etiquette that I have noticed, regardless of where you go, the first one is tipping your hat. Tipping your hat to a lady. I think that is so crucial nowadays, especially when we're in a time and age where we don't even know what a woman is. I think more than ever, this is a time to be tipping your hat. I have had a bunch of amazing and really cool conversations with people after doing that. I've only had one person who had a cowl over it. Third wave feminist. The majority of them either are taken back being like, I've never seen that before, or like, oh, I haven't seen that in the past 20 years somebody's actually tipped their hat. I think it's something we should be doing as men, and especially if you are wearing a cowboy hat, I think it's something that shows respect. It shows respect to women, because especially in this day and age, respect for women has kind of gone down the toilet, and it's sad to watch. It's frankly frustrating. It's extremely frustrating to watch. The interesting thing is, hat tipping comes from, of all places, knights. Knights in shiny armor. Yeah, I know, it's weird. When knights would meet other knights, they would lift their visor to show, hey, it's me. Later, becoming a sign of respect. So when talking to an authority or something like that, they would show up and be like, hey, it's me. Which is really cool. Fun fact, that's also where saluting came from in the military. It's a sign of respect, and it shows a sign of respect. Now, me personally, I've been doing it for quite a while. I think 3 years now I've been doing it. I've had to modify it a bit because eventually it just got so tiring tipping my hat to every single girl I walk by. So eventually I kind of got to a point that when I'm in, conversation, then I'll tip my hat. For example, at a cashier or, in just small talk in general, then I'll tip my hat in talking. And most people actually take it very positively, except for the one feminist. It is a really, really cool thing, and I would highly recommend it. Anyways, that's the first one. The second one, I think is just as important, is removing your hat when entering any form of religious building. Regardless if you're in a church or a mosque or a synagogue or a Freemason lodge or a Buddhist temple, I think we should be removing our hats regardless of where you're going. And this is the thing that most people are going to have a big fit about. I don't believe in that, so I don't have to take off my hat, blah, 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 blah. It's like, interesting. But yet when somebody goes to your little church that you go to and they don't remove your hat, then you have a whole fit about it. That's odd. Are we ever just going to get to the point, people, of just respecting where other people are at? No, we can't do that. No. They're wrong and I'm right and blah, 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 blah. People can't respect the fact that somebody else is on a different journey than you are, religious or not religious. It's sad. I'm sorry. It is sad. We call ourselves, oh yes, I'm mature now. I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want now. Yes. Yet you cannot respect just where somebody is at. Like, what are we, 5? We have our fit. We have our cow. We go and tell them why they're wrong. But yet when somebody does that to you, you have a fit and get upset because they pointed out why you're wrong about something. At the end of the day, I'm trying to do this because I think it's a good thing to do. I think it brings back a little bit of the past, and I think it can, especially in this time and age, shows a little bit of who I am and what I'm doing and where I'm going. The people that I have the most respect for in my life, the people that have shaped my life, like my grandfather, like my dad, they held themselves well. They held themselves with respect, which in turn makes it that they respect others. I think it's such a cool thing to watch, and it's something that I'm trying to work on nowadays. Anyways, regardless, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. Oh man, I'm gonna have so many people unsubscribe from me.